This is Minecraft, but it's not the world you're familiar with. This is a fragmented digital world whose overworld is populated not only by the mobs that you're familiar with, but also digital life forms who undergo drastic changes as they grow and evolve. Trapped in this digital world, I only have one goal: survive and build a life here with my Digimon partner. Alrighty, what is up, guys? It is me, your boy Loki, the #1 most famous VTuber in the entire world, and welcome to the digital world. Of course, I have spawned in a tree. I kind of seem to always spawn in a tree, but bright side is, yeah, there was no avoiding that. Bright side is, I did spawn into the Digimod with my favorite Digimon and my favorite Digivice. What? What are the odds of that? So you're supposed to start with a random Digimon and also a random Digivice, but while I kind of get it, I don't want to, you know, like I don't want a random Keymon or Pabumon or whatever else, you know. My favorite Digimon of all time is in it, so I kind of just wanted to have it. So I'm not going to bullshit you. I opened up Creative, and I swapped to the Digimon that I wanted. And while I was there, I went ahead and grabbed the Digivice that I actually wanted to, because why not? I was already cheating. Why stop there? So I grabbed the Detector Digivice. Now we can go ahead and get started. So this is Jarimon. He is the best thing in the entire universe. Unfortunately, for the fresh level Digimon, Digivolution is on a timer. So even though I kind of want him to stay Jarimon forever, I can't. Eventually he is going to Digivolve into Gigimon. And then that stage will stay that way until I actually train him up, level him up, and so on and so forth. So if I wanted to keep Gigimon forever, I could. But he's not as adorable as Jarimon. So, since I can't keep Jarimon forever, once he gets to Gigimon, we might as well go ahead and start training him up into Gilmon. The aim for this video is to explore around a little bit and try to find a decent place to build my first house. I don't want to build anything too crazy, because eventually I am going to have access to flying Digimon, so there may be some cooler places up high that'll be more accessible to me later on. So I'll probably just build like a smaller, not too crazy house to start off with, and then later on I'll build something a little bigger and more impressive. What I have to do, which is a staple of the Digimon games, is I have to plant myself a meat farm, because it's fairly difficult to get otherwise. I think if I go through this door, that's gonna hurt you, isn't it? Come here, come here, come here, come here. I might have already hurt you, no? Good. I'm not going to risk it, though. I don't want to go through doors with him on my head, because I'm pretty sure it makes me tall enough that he passes, like, through the top of the door frame when I do that, so he'll take damage, and that's not what I'm looking for. I think I'm going to get myself pretty much all set in terms of food. Where the hell did Jarimon go? I hear him. There you are. Letting him explore a little bit. Flying? I'm pretty sure Jarimon can't fly. That is kind of adorable, though. Come back down here, Goober. What the hell just happened? Did he already Digivolve? No shot! Aww! I mean, you're cool and all, but I was really hoping that was going to last a little while longer. I'm not going to lie. That was so fast! That kind of makes me sad. Well, it was fun while it lasted. Jarimon's like my favorite thing in the entire universe, so I'm a little bit sad to see him go. But Gigimon's good too. I might explore this other building that was connected to it too. And then we'll probably just get to moving on. Now he's got 5 out of 25 HP, so I feel like I should feed him a little bit of Digimeat to get him up to max. There we go, that didn't cost too much. I don't want to waste it all before I can set up a farm, because then setting up a meat farm is going to be pretty much impossible. Alright, what do we got going on in here? Anything fun for me to take? Definitely going to take the bones, so I can make some bone meal, because Digimeat is a pain to grow. Nice. Take gunpowder, I guess, is why not. Water bucket, absolutely. One of my other goals for early on is going to have to be making a backpack. I definitely need one of those. Anything else that I want to make while I'm here? I could make a sword. I think I'll do the axe. I think I'll just hang on to the axe for now. I'll take this, because I can make some string out of it, make a bed if I need to. And now I don't have to make an iron sword. Found one. Efficiency. And now I've wasted iron on an axe because I found a better one. Good stuff. I'm hoping the tops of one of these pillars are going to have... Yes, that. Oh, man, it doesn't have a sleeping bag. I mean, the tent is good, too. Like, I'll take that. You know what I should do is... I should make a cutting board real quick. I don't have any wood, like, at all. Oh, we'll come back to that. I'm thinking I'm going to find a lot more leather armor in this castle. Oh. Crap. I forgot about that. Oh, crap, literally. Insy poop. Where is Digimon? Because I'm pretty sure now I have to clean them off. Oh, I'm going to get a care mistake. That's what's going to happen, because I don't have any paper. And I don't have any water. No, wait, yes I do, yes I do, yes I do. I have to figure out how to use it, though. Let me get out of... There he is. I also read about this. I believe that the dirty texture... Yeah, there he is. He's invisible. Because the dirty textures are not compatible with the shaders. So I'm going to have to do this. Just to see him, to get him cleaned off. There we go. Digi-janitor, and now I can go ahead and turn my shaders back on. And now I don't have any more water, so I'm going to have to find a way to get more of that. Is that water? Affirmative. So apparently I'm going to be needing that more often. Alright, I'm going to head upstairs, go have myself a sleep. And then to make a backpack, I'm going to take a bunch of the leather armor that I find around the castle. And I think I can use Farmer's Delight along with a knife to turn it just back into leather, which will be very useful. Then I can use that to make a backpack. What I don't know if I have... Fire aspect. Nice. And this one has unbreaking. I think I'll keep the unbreaking one. Do I want to take another empty bucket? Yeah, I'll take it for now. I don't really want Digipoop. Some Digimon actually eat that. But I don't think Jarimon is one of them, so there's not really any good reason for me to keep that around. And then I might as well explore this real quick, too. There might be, especially like some cobwebs that I can use. I'm going to need string to make the backpack. So I will definitely take that. Sorry to disturb you, but you are going to stay right where you are. Because I kind of want that bone pile in there. So maybe you're in fact not going to stay right where you are. Oh, I was wondering where you got off to. He's having himself a sit. You can chill there. I'll come back and get you when we're ready to go. And here I am, gearing up to go make the cutting board. I still haven't even got myself some wood. Let's take care of that real quick. Awesome. Alright, I don't remember how to make a cutting board, so this will be fun. Let's see, like that. That is a pressure plate. Yeah, I'm looking it up. 2 sticks, 4 planks. Seems a little... Is that the right one, though? I'm gonna find out. Take my boots and put them on the cutting board, and then I think an axe, right? No? Does it have to be a knife? It's gonna be shears. That should be easy enough. We hit the boots with the shears, sick, and then that gets us leather. That, shears, I should at least check to see what the enchantment is, right? Projectile, that's pretty good. It's kind of a shame to chop it up for leather, but I do need it. I now have 3 leather. I think I need 2 more for a backpack. I believe it's 4 leather, 4 strings, and a chest, I want to say. Let me Google that. Not Google. You know what I mean, yes. 4 leather, 4 strings, and a chest. So I might as well go ahead and make that while I'm here. Check the chests. I think I can turn this into leather too, actually. And I don't need saddles to ride Digimon. So the saddles aren't really going to be all that useful to me. Okay, so now 4 leather, 4 string, and a chest. And bada bing, bada boom, look at that. We have got ourselves a backpack. Sick. I think I can go ahead and jump straight to the iron backpack. Yeah, haha, baby. And then... Plug. Alright, sick. We are ready to move on. Another thing I think I'm going to want is some kind of resource pack for my armor. Back in 1.18.2, I really liked Calamon's Grimdark pack, because it had this kind of like minimalist look to... Ooh, boy, okay, we're going to go to sleep first. But it had this kind of like minimalist look to it. Like it had a very kind of like fantasy anime adventure kind of vibe to it. where it was really just like a shoulder strap and a chest plate, and I really liked it. And it's not available, as far as I can tell, for 1.20.1, which is sad. Calamon does have some other armor packs, and I feel like with it being a Digimon pack, and its name being Calamon, I kind of have to. But the only ones that I can find really are like, so his Viking pack is available for 1.20.1. There's a pirate pack, and there's a samurai pack. And none of them really feel like they're that fitting for a Digimon world, so I haven't, you know, settled on any of those just yet. But if I have to choose between those, it's probably... What the... Okay. Well, that just took years off my actual real life. But, lucky for me, so even though that was an explosion... I did lose all my items, and Gigimon was an item at the moment, but instead of all of my items just going out onto the ground to be explodable, they are going to be in a gravestone. So Gigimon should be okay. Yep, there he is. He's absolutely fine. God, that scared the crap out of me, though. Jesus Christ. Alright, so note to self, whatever structure this was, I need to be a little more careful at. So, like I was saying earlier, plan for this video is to at least find a place that I like. It's going to be a good place to put down a little starter home. I don't know how long I'm going to be at this, so I don't know if I'm going to actually start to build that house or not, but in the interest of finding a spot, I'm going to kind of just climb the tallest thing that I can reach, which is going to be this mountain right in front of me for the moment. And I'm just going to kind of get a lay of the land. Oh, we finally found a wild Digimon. Kunemon. It's a little bit tough for Gigimon to be taken on. I think this is a rookie level Digimon, so definitely not messing with that. Also, I haven't trained him up at all yet, so I'm not pulling him out, actually. We're in the snow, and I don't want him to get hurt, so I'll keep him in memory for a little while longer while we go ahead and get up here and see what we can spot. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's not anything that I'm really interested in dealing with at the moment, so I guess this is going to be high enough. Go ahead and get our bearings here. I wasn't really planning on dying that early. It's only been about half an hour and I already died, and the worst part is I knew I stepped on something. Like, I heard the hissing, so uh-oh. Yeah, okay, hold on. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, alright. Anyway, it's like I knew that I stepped on something, and I heard the hissing sound, but I just kind of ignored it. Like, I knew better than that. I haven't played Minecraft in a hot minute, so I guess my reflexes are a little dulled. My psychic explosion senses aren't what they used to be. Might as well call this video Man Awakens from Cryosleep and Slowly Remembers How to Play Children's Game. Because that's kind of what's going on here. It's like I totally forgot that you can just climb straight up water. And I haven't been using, like, the best mountaineering tool in the game this entire time, even though I've had it since the start. Alright, now I can get myself a pretty solid lay of the land. That looks really weird, but it won't look like that once I get closer to it. Distant Horizons is just a little bit funky with some of the landscapes that I have added. I see a village down there. That could be a nice place to kind of put down a stake for a little while temporarily. Utterly breathtaking. So what I have for world generation mods are, I have Terralith. That's what's responsible for some of those floating islands out there. I do have Biomes Aplenty, but then I've mixed it with Tectonic, and that's why we have these gigantic swelling landscapes and big continents instead of, like, you know, mostly broken up little archipelagos. I can't play without Tectonic anymore ever since I learned about it. I think I'm gonna at least go check out that village down there and see if there's a cool place to set up, like, a little house, or maybe even a nice house that I could take over and kind of spruce up a little bit. I was kind of thinking of maybe setting up a house on one of the floating islands that I'll be able to reach after I can fly. And before anybody says anything in the comments, I know, okay, I can pillar up to it, but where's the fun in that? Ow. Ow. It's about as much fun as walking through thorny bushes, I tell you. Have some steak. So I literally just got myself blown up by accidentally stepping on a pressure plate and triggering a kind of structure that I'd never seen before. And then here I go, frickin' pushing random buttons that I find on the ground. Like, for all I know, that was connected to this redstone here, and something's gonna explode now. So, okay! And there's that hissing sound again. Silverfish? Why, though? Oh, I'm kind of bad, actually. I should not try to crit. I kind of suck. I kind of suck. Alright, I'm gonna need some practice on that. Well, whatever was in that chest is lost to me now, which is kind of sad. I don't even know what triggered it. I didn't see a pressure plate. I don't think it was the buttons that I was pressing either, because it happened way after that. I'm gonna raid everybody's houses, because that's just what you do, you know? Oh, we're getting the lag? I haven't gotten that this entire time. That's depressing. Ooh, do a snooze here. What is that? Is that a jukebox? I think it is. Yeah, that's a jukebox. That is mine now. Jobless. So that explains your clothing situation. Shake hands. He says, sweetheart, there's no need to be so reserved with me. We're not strangers after all. Actually, we are, is the thing.
Hello.
Alright, you're passive now, so I shouldn't have to listen to you crying. So, if you're playing with Minecraft Comes Alive, a lot of the times when you enter a village, just like half the population is going to be, like, depressed or sad. And they just intermittently let out these crying sounds. It actually doesn't bother me that much, like, I don't even really notice it for the most part, but my friend Jib, like, can't play with Minecraft Comes Alive because the sound of the villagers just sobbing for no reason bothers him to no end. It's actually a little bit hilarious. But don't tell him I said that. I'm pretty sure he's not going to watch this video, so I should be safe. Ow. I think I can make it a goal to get you up to Gilmon before this video ends. I need to get you to Gilmon. You gotta be joyful. I think that's the only requirement, right? I just gotta make sure that you're joyful when you hit level 6. But before I can go starting to train him, though, I have to set up a farm. Because training lowers their mood. And he's gonna go through a lot of Digimeat. I only have 18. I think I'm just going to plant all of it. So I have to find a halfway decent place to set up a house, or a halfway decent house to steal. It's got to be somewhere with a decent amount of space nearby as well, so I can set up my Digimeat farm. This place already has a double door. Is it halfway decent in here? This place doesn't have a door at all, actually. Okay, it does have... Okay. It's more or less a similar setup to what was going on back in that last house. Not enough space for my Digimon, though, and that's kind of an L. What do you think, little guy? I don't think this is big enough for the two of us. Yeah, see? He's trying to fit through the door, and he can't. So we're going to have to pick another spot. Something big enough to fit us both, and if it doesn't have a double door that we can walk through, I can always go ahead and fix that. Pardon me, good sir. This one's not too shabby, actually. Oh, we could have a little area for Gilmon here. No, I don't want him to live outside. I know he's going to be kind of big, but I'd rather him be able to live inside the house with me. I think he likes this house. So I'm thinking this is what I'm going to go with, at least for now. It's a bit of a tight fit, but he'll be able to fit. So I'm going to make another spruce door, or I'm going to steal somebody's spruce door. No, I'll make another spruce door. This house doesn't have a crafting table. That's actually kind of wild. I guess I'll set one out, like, somewhere over here. Like, why is there a pumpkin here? Alright, so I need spruce wood, which I have. Excellent. And here's enough to make a crafting table. I guess I'm just gonna put it there. I don't know. That pumpkin's kind of bugging me. I feel like I want my crafting table to be right there. Just feels right. Ooh, hold on. I don't want to smack you, little buddy. I need you to come over here. Come here. Come on. There you go. There you go. Come on in. Come on. Come on, get cozy. I'm gonna put the door down. There you go. You're a goober. You're an absolute goober. But that's fine. There we go. There we go. Okay, now when he wants to come in, he can fit. Please don't step on the fire. We didn't start the fire. It was already lit when we got here, which was pretty convenient, right? Can I pet you? Is that a thing? No, I could just do this. Anywho, we're gonna go ahead and get some shut-eye. Yeah, baby! Tempest Fugit. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know what else I'm going to use the bones for, so I'm probably going to go ahead and jumpstart my Digimeat farm by just turning all of that into bone meal and just having all of it grow, like, right away. There was another mod I wanted to get to. Like, I'm not 100% sold on, like, if this is the final version of the mod pack that I'm playing with, there might be a couple more mods that I want to add along the way. And one of them is, I used to play on this Digimod server, and we had these watering cans. We had these watering cans where you could go around and water your crops, and it would make them grow faster. And it was kind of fun. It was like kind of therapeutic almost. There's not really a lot of good space around this area to make... Oh my god. Hold on, you're not strong enough to be involved in this right now, so I'm going to turn you back into memory, and I'm going to go kill that creeper. Ah! See, I haven't learned. I'm not good enough at that at all to be trying to crit creepers. You just ruined everything. You ruined this spot so bad. I do have some dirt, though, so I can fill that in. Alright, so that completely annihilated my train of thought. What was I talking about before that? Something about, Digimon, what was I talking about? Watering cans, right. We used to have these watering cans that we could water our crops and make them grow faster. And it actually did work on the Digimeat, too, which was pretty funny. So I had we had a couple of friends I was working on this server with, where we had a big Digimod server. It actually had a pretty solid population. And my primary role was just cultivating this gigantic Digimeat farm and always keeping it growing and always bringing in the harvest so that new players or just players who couldn't be bothered to farm their own meat would always have a source of food for their Digimon. Trespasser? What the hell? What are you talking about? Who's Igor? Oh, you might be talking about that spider. Yeah, you're talking about the spider, right? Like, you're not going to attack me, are you? You can't just say Trespasser in the chat, dude. That freaks me out. But yeah, it wasn't for me. Anywho, yeah, no, I'm a pretty solid... How the hell? Oh, he must have teleported to me. I'm a pretty solid Digimeat farmer. I mean, it's not exactly, like, rocket science or anything like that, so I don't know how hard I should really be patting myself on the back. But, I like to think I'm a more prolific Digimeat farmer than the next guy, so I'm not going to build as big a farm as I had on that server, because I was quite literally feeding an army. But I do want to find a place to put down stakes. This is kind of cool, actually, because these targets remind me of some of the items that I'm going to have to set up anyway for Digimon to train on. And there is some decent plot of grass and dirt around here to start a farm on. I don't know. I'm not sold. Maybe I need to travel a little more, because I don't know if I'm sold on this village. It's nice and all. I just can't find a spot on it. What hurt you, you goober? Why are you hurt? Hold on. You're a doofus. So Digimeat is way better for your Digimon. Like, it feeds them more, it raises their mood more, but if you have to, you in fact can feed them regular food too. So, I was able to give them a couple of slices of bread. Digimon, for real, what's your deal, dude? I heard that. I heard you just take damage. You're going in the box for now. What is hurting you? Are you drowning? You're gonna have to be more careful with you. Goodness gracious. Yeah, no, this is a nice village and all, but I think I need to move on. I'm thinking I build a boat and cross over to that landmass and see what we can find. I believe... Yeah, this is the spot that I had set up. I made an extra door and everything, and now I'm gonna leave. It was a nice village, but I just can't find a spot here that I'm satisfied with, so we're gonna move on. The journey continues, looking for a good spot to set down some roots, whether it's building a little, temporary house or just hijacking a villager's house. Oh, you know what I should have done? Hold on, before I get too far. Bring Digimon out, put him on my head, and then get in the boat, and then he should still be, yep, on my head. Cool. Do a little bit of bonding. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. I can look up and see his little feet. I kind of like that. So now as we get closer to this funny little ring over here, it should actually take the shape of what it in fact is supposed to be. Oh, that looks so cool, actually. I might go up there. It's like a windmill. That could be a fun place to live. We'll have to check it out. This right here, though, I believe is a dungeon. I don't know if I really want to live that close to a dungeon. I don't want to start trying to tackle dungeons either until I at least have a Digimon that's champion level or higher. The idea is, so I could make enchanted swords and get myself all geared up in armor with weapons and blah, 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 but where's the fun in that, right? Because we are playing a Digimon mod pack, so it only makes sense to, as much as possible, use our Digimon for combat, for travel, for whatever we can use them for. So I don't really foresee myself going out of my way to get netherite gear and diamond gear and enchant all my stuff and try to do the fighting on my own, because I don't know, I don't think that's very fun. Speaking of fun, vanilla boats are kind of crappy, so I might also add the small ships mod. That mod is pretty awesome. This is just a rock with a little bit of magma. Mr. Squidward. This is a nifty little house too, but again, this one doesn't really have a huge plot of land. that I would be able to use to make a meat farm. So I'm going to go in there and I'm going to check it out. But then I'm going to head back up over to those windmills up there and see what they have to offer. Okay, you hang out there. I'm going to go check out this house. He'll be safe there. He's not going to drown himself if he's stuck in the boat. I'll take those. I'll take that. Why not? Maybe I'll write a little chronicle about my time here in the digital world. That would be funny. I gotta be honest with you guys, if you see me not really picking up enchanted books, it's because I really do not know the first thing about enchanting in this game, so I don't really tend to bother, because I have no idea what I am doing. Any of the things in this game that you could, like, tentatively, tangentially construe as magic, I don't understand at all. Unless we're talking mods, in which case I'm pretty familiar with the Mana and Artifice mod. Well, I don't know, not pretty familiar. I got, like, I don't know, like halfway through it the last time I played with it. It's pretty cool. I do enjoy it a lot. I like the systems. Rice. Oh, you can only grow it in the summer and the autumn? That's crazy. I'm gonna take that. I might want to mess with that a little bit. I actually forgot that I was playing with the Seasons mod at all. You can start the fire. Somebody's here breathing down my neck, watching what I'm doing. Probably not too terribly happy about the fact that I'm stealing all their crap. But guess what, buddy? It's happening. So, just get out of my face, and everybody's going to be a lot happier for it. Okay? Okay. When I was originally putting together my mod packs and my ideas for stream, I had originally considered doing Mana and Artifice, just doing like a big, giant magical world, trying to master the different magic mods and stuff like that. I'll admit that it would have been kind of inspired by that one series that Snifferish did, so it wouldn't have been wholly original, but it would have been fun, and that's what counts, right? I think the biggest difference between hers and mine would have been, instead of Ars Nouveau, I was going to be using Mana and Artifice. I feel like Ars Nouveau is just a little bit too overpowered too quickly. Like, don't get me wrong, I know Mana and Artifice is pretty overpowered as well, but you really have to work toward it, you know? You don't just, like, start... like, you don't just get a spell book and you get to pick the different shapes and just combine them right then and there on the spot. You have to do, like, a ritual every time you want to make a new spell, and I feel like that just balances it out a little bit better, in my opinion. This is actually a really nice house. A little bit confusing, though. I don't know if I'd want to navigate all these floors every time I was trying to get to one of my different floors to do something. Is it nighttime now? Yeah, so let's go find ourselves a bed. Squatting isn't the word for what we're doing, I don't think. What are we doing when we just show up at somebody's house that is currently occupied? We go and have ourselves a snooze. No, I can't sleep now because I'm leaving Digimon outside in the dark, and that just isn't right. So, hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the actual phone. There you are. And we'll bring you inside. Go on up to bed, and then you're not really going to be able to be in the bed, unfortunately, but you can at least be in the room while I snooze. On that note, like, speaking of Digimon and sleeping in beds and blah, 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 I absolutely adore... in Cobblemon, whenever I go to sleep on a bed, my Charmander will crawl up onto the foot of the bed and go to sleep on the foot there. It's probably just about the cutest thing I've ever seen. I did think about, like, I would want to do a series like this too with Cobblemon, but it probably won't happen anytime soon because as awesome as Cobblemon is, there's just one last feature it's missing that for me is going to bring it from awesome to basically perfect. And that is, I don't know if you ever played Pixelmon before, but in Pixelmon, you had these field moves. So I could set up a furnace, right? And instead of having to put coal in it to keep it lit, if I had a fire type Pokemon, I could just tell him to light the furnace and that would cook for me. And then, like, there was Pokemon who could, like, cut down trees for you, harvest crops for you. You could ride on your Pokemon, kind of levitate on them to help with building. Cobblemon does have that now, so no complaint there. I'm just, you know, mentioning all the different things that Pixelmon had. Once Cobblemon has that stuff, it's going to basically be perfect, because I feel like Cobblemon is actually going to do it way better than Pixelmon did it too, because the team is just awesome. The work they've done so far is fantastic. Like, they're doing a really good job of integrating the Pokemon with the Minecraft world. And it's almost there. It's almost there for me. Right now, it still just kind of feels like you're playing Minecraft and Pokemon adjacent to each other, but as they continue to add, like, interactability between the Pokemon and the world around them, that at that point it's going to be basically perfect, and it's going to be fully integrated as far as I'm concerned, and it'll be a lot more fun to try to make, like, a world and a series around, you know, just surviving in Minecraft using your Pokemon for everyday tasks instead of using, like, hoes and shovels and, you know, who's who what's it. This place is absolutely crawling with Digimon. Lucky for me, I mean, I kind of don't like this, but lucky for me, none of the Digimon are hostile yet. I think that's planned to be a thing, at which point I want to say things like Ice Devimon are absolutely going to be on site. But right now, none of the wild Digimon will attack you, so they're one of the few things in this world that don't really pose any significant threat to me. Oh, this isn't even just 2 windmills either. There's like a whole little village tucked into the hillside here. This could maybe work. I mean, there's obviously a bunch of farmland, like we already saw it. Just passed by like a giant hillside wheat farm right here. This actually looks really cool. Very serene. Yeah, this is a giant maybe, actually. This is a huge maybe. So if I can't find a house around here that I'd be satisfied with, this might not be a terrible place to just go ahead and build one. There's like a Viking ship out there. That's pretty cool. I bet that's full of loot, but I bet it's also full of pillagers, so I don't know that I want to go over to that just yet. If I can just find like a decently flat spot around here, that'll make a good spot for a Digimeat farm. And also, ooh, look at this tree. Funky. Good spot for me to set up some kind of little house. I think this place will be good. Or do I want somewhere like a little more secluded, like somewhere a little more to myself, rather than setting up next to a village? I'm gonna go loot that ship while I mull that over. This place is, I don't know, it's okay. I like the way it's built into the hillside, but it's also like really kind of a pain in the ass to navigate. And I guess that could be a project. Like I could try to build staircases going up the 2 sides of the hills to connect the 2 sides of the village. I just don't really know if I want to do that though. Hi, Denisa. Fisherman sad. Let's make you unsad. It's not too soon for this, right? No, this is definitely going to make her more sad. Well, I can't believe it's been ages since we last met. Apparently, we know each other, so that was actually completely okay. Good to know. I love you, MCA. You're nonsense. Nonsense in the best kind of way. Like, I'm not even messing around. It's not really a good way to reach that, huh? It's like, it's docked here, which is pretty cool. But there's no way up. It's not fully... Oh, hi there. So, if I hadn't spotted that, I would have gotten close to the ship, and then I would have gotten the mining fatigue thing on my screen, and it would have absolutely scared the bejesus out of me. But I did see it, so now when it happens, I'm going to be ready for it, and it's not going to scare me, and you're going to get away from me right now, my guy. Okay, what was I thinking? Getting that close to him? Okay. I want to get over to this ship. I don't really want to, like, build over to it, though, because, A, I don't really have anything. I mean, I do have a little bit of dirt, but, like, it's going to be ugly and unaesthetic. I just want to jump over to it. Probably doesn't even have a good loot in it in the first place, you know what I'm saying? Alright, I'm kind of over it. Just pillar up to it. We'll get to it the boring way. I'll come back and grab that dirt when I'm done here. Alright, what do we have here? Yes, 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 yes. Ooh, a spyglass. Absolutely, I'll take that. I don't know what this does, but I want it. I had a feeling I was going to find halfway decent loot on this ship. Yes, sirree, Bob. I'm Happy Peppy Betty. I'm Happy Peppy Bob. I'm having a really hard time actually deciding where I want to start, like, building a house. But as I said toward the start, it's not going to be permanent, so I really think that I need to just kind of stop overthinking it. And I just have to pick a spot. It's not going to be this ship, though, because obviously I need a spot that has, you know, dirt and dry land to grow my Digimeat. I am going to stay for the night here, though. I can find a bed to sleep in. There we go. Alright, back to house hunting / looking for a plot of land that'll be halfway decent to build a house on. Ooh, my dirt. I brought it from home. I don't know if I care enough to grab this one, because this is going to irk me. This is taking forever. Yeah. Dude, OCD is the worst thing in the entire universe. I shouldn't really have had to bother myself with collecting that piece of dirt, but I was not going to be able to forgive myself if I left that behind, sticking to the side of that ship like that. He just wants to get to work. I do need the bone meal. I absolutely need the bone meal. That's non-negotiable. Alright, this is a nice spot. I don't know if I want it to be here, though, because, like, the view is pretty restrictive. Oh, this is, like, the hardest decision I've ever made. It's not usually this difficult for me to find a place to live. You know what I kind of miss is on 1.18.2, I did a server with my buddies that was How to Train Your Dragon themed, and I went, like, a little bit west from my spawn point and found, like, the most beautiful location in a Minecraft world I have ever seen in my entire life. So I had Terralith installed. So I had, it was like a big cove. Like there was an island at the center, right? Like a little island. And then a lake surrounding that. And then around that lake was a giant, like, I don't know what you would call it. Like a big, like, bowl kind of shape. Like a basin. and along the edges of the top of the basin was an amethyst forest biome. It was absolutely gorgeous. I'm pretty sure I still have those world files lying around somewhere, so I could probably dig them up and like either make a screenshot or even find a screenshot of it somewhere. I don't know. I think I do need a flatter place too to make my Digimeat farm, because as cool as a Digimeat farm that's leveled like this would look, I'm thinking about trying to harvest it and how gigantic of a pain in the ass that would be. So I think we're going to do a little more exploring. We haven't even gone that far either, so it would be kind of boring, right? If we just went like a little ways and then just kind of like set up shop at like the first cool looking place that we found. There's got to be better stuff out there for us. Even though it's going to be temporary, I don't want to just like settle too hard. I want a decent looking place. I want to see a little more of what's out there before I settle. So I'm thinking I hop in the boat. I had been originally talking about going to that landmass over there. Right off the bat, I see some cool biomes. I see the Sakura forest. I see a dark forest. So that's a definite maybe. Let me come take a look over on this edge too. Oh, I forgot I had this actually. I think that's a mycelium island, right? That's got to be good luck. Like, those are semi-rare, so why don't we go head over in that direction? Just kind of go where the wind takes us. Ooh, that looks really nice over there, too. I think that was the right call. Is that a, hold the phone. I want to say that's a flower field. I definitely see some kind of village over there. So I'm going to go ahead and check that direction after I take a peek at this mycelium island. There's a lot of cool looking areas around here, actually. Yeah. I think we're in the ballpark. I think we're getting there. Whoa, there's a blackboard Growlmon on this island. Oh, that's pretty sick, actually. And see, now I kind of do, for the sake of adding, like, you know, danger and excitement and blah, 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 I kind of do want there to be, like, hostile Digimon, but right this very second, I'm kind of glad that there aren't, because I do want to go say hi to that guy. That's really cool. I'm going to get you down off my head, probably. I might turn you into memory real quick if there's going to be lava nearby. Just don't need you getting hurt. I'm still actually kind of depressed that Jarimon evolved that quickly into Digimon. I cannot tell you guys how much I adore Jarimon. I know, like, he's not, like, the most complex looking of the fresh level Digimon. He's just a little red ball with wings. But that works for me. He's very cute. And I miss him. I miss him a lot, even though, I mean, I still have him, obviously. Like, it's the same Digimon, but I miss the Jarimon level form. That's one of the things that I kind of like, too, about Cobblemon, is that you evolve them manually. So the last time I was playing on a Cobblemon mod pack, I had, like, a frickin' level 42 Charmander, because I really like Charmander and I wasn't ready to let go of him just yet. So I had a very strong Charmander, and that's actually what I would probably do too with Jarimon if I could. If I had a choice, I wouldn't have evolved him at all, and I would have just like got another Digimon later down the line. Like, there are Digi-Eggs lying around the world that you can pick up, so I just would have done that and picked up a second Digimon and just kept Jarimon forever. All right, so let's get a look at you, because you are kind of cool actually. And I know that you're not going to hurt me, because that's not a feature yet. Look at you! You are super cool. What is it called? Black Megalo Growlmon. In the English dub, he's called War Growlmon, not Megalo Growlmon, but for the most part, the Digimod uses, like, the Japanese naming conventions, so that's why he's called that. I can basically... Oh, I need to move. I need to get moving to that village because I don't have a sleeping bag, and there's probably not anything to sleep on this island. I assume, this is a mycelium island, I don't know for sure, do hostile mobs, like zombies and creepers and stuff, spawn on these islands? I assume they do, like, nowhere in this game is safe, but it'd be a lot cooler if they didn't, you know what I'm saying? I think that's a village. It might be like a villager outpost or something instead, but I gotta find some place to pass the night. You know, at first I thought I had a little bit too much going on in the sky in terms of floating islands, but looking at this, I'm actually kind of vibing with it. It's got this, like, this weird, like, fragmented feel to it that I think kind of lends itself pretty well to the whole digital world aspect. Like, it feels, you know, fragmented and glitchy. It's cool. I think this is a pillager outpost. Yeah. If Gigimon had, like, evolved to Growlmon by now, or maybe even Gilmon, I might try to take that on, but with my limited armor, I mean, I have to go somewhere, right? I have to pass the night somewhere, and I think there's going to be sleeping bags in here that I can use, so against my better judgment, oh, this is such a terrible idea. I'm not good enough at combat to be doing this right now. I'm so bad at the crit thing. There we go, there we go. Crap, 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 crap. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, my God. Oh, that sent me back pretty far, too. Not that far. Oh, that's still really frustrating. And what makes me feel even worse about it, too, is that obviously... So I did have Digimon in item form, so he's going to be okay. He's just going to be chilling out in my inventory until I can come and pick up my grave. But still, I don't like being separated from him. So now I need to... I guess I need to put together a boat or swim it, which is not happening. I can pass the... No, I'm not going to pass the night. I'm going to get some wood. I'm going to build a boat. I don't care if I have to tear some of this ship apart, dude. I will do it. That was on me. I should have known better. Like, that would be manageable for somebody who's actually good at this game, but that's not me, dog. Why do you think I made a world in the first place where I can even have Digimon that can do the fighting for me? Alright, come on. Let's chop down a tree. Get ourselves a boat. If I can find the friggin' base of these ones. Goated. HT's Tree Chop and Panda's Falling Trees is the best mod combination, and you can't tell me otherwise. Alright, let's go recover Gigimon. I had been thinking about just passing the night real quick, so it'd be safer when I came to get him. But since I'm a big sap, and I'm all about, like, immersion, I really get myself immersed. I was thinking about, you know, Gigimon just chilling there in memory form, waiting for me to come get him all night, and I couldn't do it, man. I had to come get him right away. Are you gonna help me? It's following me, which is kind of cool. I am Loki, one with nature. What the devil? Oh, it's a drowned with a music backpack. Nice. Oh, they're everywhere, dog. Alright, well, okay, I have a plan. So this one's obviously coming right out into the water to come and get me. Maybe I can lure these other guys out into the water, too. And then it'll be easier to go over and get my grave once they're all kind of just chilling out here. Come on, goobers. I might even be able to just kind of sneak in there and grab a sleeping bag, too. Once I successfully get them all out here. Har! Ah! You guys are doing great. You know, when Daryl suggested synchronized swimming classes, I have to admit I was a little iffy. But seeing the results now, I gotta admit, I'll just come right out and say it. I was in the wrong. You guys are magnificent. Alright, I think you guys are far enough away, especially at how slow you travel, that I can go ahead over and grab my stuff and maybe raid your camp real quick, too, while I'm at it. I'm going for it. There's all my crap back. Let's go in here, loot some chests real quick. I'm just going to take this entire tent and sleeping bag, and I will deal with the fact that I now have 2 of them later. Don't think there's going to be a ton in terms of loot in here, so I can just kind of boppity-beep-bop-boop-boop-boop, run through it fairly quickly, just kind of speed run this little castle, and then get the Fizzity-Yuck out of here. I'm feeling a little gypped. Like, I looked at this from the distance, and I don't know how I convinced myself that this was a village. But, here we are. And when life gives you lemons, you know, you make lemonade. I got Gigimon. He's right here. He's safe. So we just gotta loot real super fast. I think I'm gonna ditch the boat. They can have it. They're starting to make their way back over here now, though. I can hear the footsteps. So it is time for me to take my leave. Oh, they didn't make it back to dry land. They're still stupid and lost. That was just another one. So I'll probably skirt around the shoreline here for now. Just kind of looking. I think I'm going to set up shop in this flower field here. This is a nice enough spot. It's nice and flat. It's coastal. I'll be able to use the boat to transport myself around. It's, it's not exactly difficult to look at. Got a nice view of the crazy, wacky, like, digital skyscape. I don't know what that is. I guess I'll go in there and have a look at that. This is just, I think it's just a cute little windmill. I might use this as a little marker to start building my house. I had plans to use nicer materials to make the house out of. Like, I didn't want to just build stuff out of oak, but that's kind of what we got to work with around here, so I'm thinking that's what it's going to wind up being made of, unfortunately. A little bit boring, but I have to keep reminding myself that it's not going to be a permanent house, that we're going to build a bigger, better one somewhere else later on. So, I'm thinking I'm going to get started on making a house somewhere around here. I'll probably actually start with the Digimeat farm so that I can get on Gigimon's training pretty soon. And then I need to find a place where in-training Digimon spawn so he has something to fight against that isn't going to completely roll him. They tend to spawn in forests, which shouldn't be too hard to find. I'm kind of surprised I'm not seeing any around here. Like, I'm in a flower field right now, right? And, oh, it's called an orchard, which isn't a vanilla biome, so that might be why they can't spawn here. Oh, this is a nice little island, actually, and that's that stupid villager outpost. So maybe we'll explore this little island real quick, get a full feel for the spot. And then if I want to train up Digimon, I'm either going to need one of two things. I'm either going to have to go out and find a forest to train him at, or I might be able to look for some data packs to make Terralith and Biomes of Plenty compatible with the Digimod. It might be too late for that, though. It might not work on places that I've already discovered. Yeah, that's a dungeon. That's a zombie over there. It might not work on places that I've already discovered, so I don't know how much good it's going to do me, but let me really quick circumnavigate this island real quick. So is that another pillager outpost, or is that the same one from before? No, that's another one. So I'm gonna have myself quite the set of neighbors if I do decide, in fact, to set up shop here, which is gonna be a bit of a pain in the ass, but it is what it is. Another. It's a little campy. That's kind of cool. Oh, it's like a mine. That's actually kind of cool. We might make a point of coming back here and exploring this at some point. But for now... Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Man! You guys are insistent. Lavender field. Oh, forest! That's actually really useful. Come on! I'm so bad at that. I need practice, I really do. This is nifty. Not really fantastic loot, but what can you do? Alright, so that is a regular forest biome, so there should be, if I'm not mistaken, some in-training level Digimon over here for me to train Digimon on. I can't do it now, I gotta raise his stats first, but I did want to kind of come over here and confirm that I could find him real quick. There's gotta be Digimon over here, right? There's a crap ton over there, but they're not in-training ones, they're not the ones that we're looking for, so... Not gonna do us a ton of good, unfortunately. What do we got over here? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh. I'm still so bad at that. Dude, where are all the freaking in-train... There we go. I see a Tsunamon up ahead. Yeah, I see a whole family of them here. It's gonna suck, like, massacring this entire family of Tsunamon. But, if I'm lucky, I'll get a Punimon of my own out of it, and then I can start raising a Gabumon, and that would be pretty cool. No shot. No shot, there's just a house just chilling right where I need to be. Oh, it's a regular house, too. Oh, it's a blacksmith shop. Yeah, okay. Alright, I think I'll go ahead and just set up shop here. Like I said, I know it's lazy. Like, I should build my own house, and I am definitely going to. I'm definitely going to build a nice, awesome house of my own in the future, after I can fly some way or another, and I'll have, like, other places that I can Gabumon! What's up, bro? I'm gonna have one of you in the future, I think, because there are so many Tsunamon over there, dude. One of them is bound to drop a Digi-Egg when I destroy them. Let's see. So, not only is it a pretty decent-looking house, but there's a lot of nice, awesome, flat land here for me to work with. Start myself a Digimeat farm. Oh, gross. I am going to have a roommate, which is kind of a pain, but this is not a bad template to work with. There's plenty of places to, like, set up some of the amenities that I want to have. So I do think I'm going to take this house for myself, and we'll set it up as our little temporary base until we have a flying Digimon of some sort that we can use to go wherever we want and set up a house in a cooler spot. Yeah, this will do just fine for now. I do really... Okay. Why did that happen? What the hell? Well, I mean, that's fine, too. I might place one... Why did that happen? I've never seen that happen before. God damn it. So I'm going to have to make one more ladder piece if I want to see what's up in the attic, and I really do want to see what's up in the attic. I'm pretty sure it's going to be basically nothing, but I can't really handle the curiosity. This is going to be my spawn point now. I almost forgot to do that. Alright, let me go find a crafting table and make another ladder piece. Oh, wait. There's one extra one here that's absolutely doesn't need to be here. I can just... What the f... There we go. And then I should be able to set this up right there. And now I should be able to get up to the attic. There we go. Just a full set of leather armor. An unlit lantern for some reason? What's the deal with that? Efficiency. What does my shovel have? Efficiency 2 and Unbreaking 2? Yeah, I'm going to hang on to that one. Riptide. Ooh, sweet. Alright. So, first things first. We're here. We're home, more or less. I need to go set up a Digimeat farm so that I have stuff to feed to Digimon. as he trains and as his mood lowers and blue body, blue blah blah. And then while the first batch of Digimeat is growing, I can spruce up the house a little bit, go collect some of the ores and coal and crap that's in there that we don't really need to be lying around. Just gotta find the right spot. It is starting to get dark too, so we're gonna go sleep, make this rain stop, make it brighter out. Okay, hopefully that stopped the rain. Might not necessarily have stopped the rain. It did stop the rain. Let's go. So now I could start scoping out a decent spot for my Digimeat farm. This looks like it's gonna be a good spot actually. So let me bust out my shovel and clear off some of this dirt here. Try not to hurt these Gabumon. And I have a hoe too, right? Let me grab that out. Clear some of this grass. That is how this works, right? There we go. I need this space. I need to be able to visualize what I'm working with here. I'm thinking, now that I've cleared it off a little bit, this spot right here is going to be plenty. Like right along here. I could just kind of get rid of this right here and not really have to clear too much more dirt. I think this is going to be fine. Yeah, I'm only feeding one Digimon at the moment, so this should honestly be plenty. I'm going to let you go wander while I'm doing stuff. Just don't get yourself into trouble, Goofball. Son of a gun. Well, actually, that's going to need to be there anyway, so that's fine. I might be crazy. I thought I had some extra dirt, but that is okay. You're very in the way, my little guy. I'm thinking I'm going to want a fence around it. I don't think I'm going to have to, like, worry about animals coming grazing on the Digimeat, because I don't think the Digimon are going to do that, and I'm pretty sure things like sheep and pigs are not going to come by and eat the Digimeat. But I want a fence around it anyway, because A, I think it's just going to look better, and B, I don't know, it's a little more secure, you know what I mean? And we're going to fill all those with water. Oh, the nearest water source is a little bit further away than I thought it was going to be, so that's fine. Because I can do 2 buckets. Hello, Bearmon. Wait, no, you're not Bearmon. Yeah, Grizzlymon. Bearmon is the smaller one. With the frickin' hat for some reason. And then I'm going to set myself up a little infinite water source somewhere real quick so I don't have to keep going all the way over to the stupid ocean. Right over... Just trying to find a place that makes sense, but I can always fill it back in and move it later, so... We'll go with, like, right here. Hello? What? What the hell is going on here? What? Oh, okay, it was lag. That's fine. That I can understand. That's perfectly understandable. That happens. That really confused me. Then we're going to get started on his training, and hopefully we're going to turn him into Guilmon before the end of this. So then we'll have covered our 2 main goals. We found a place to live, which I'll spruce up in at a later date. And then we're going to get started on your training, and then once you're Guilmon, I think that was all the goals that we had for today. And then we'll reevaluate once we're at that point. That'll probably do it for the day, but we'll see. We shall see. This one here, and I think that does it. I think that's all of them. I probably made way more plots than I have enough Digimeat to fill, but that's fine. I need you to move, my little guy. There you go. There we go. That's all of it. We had enough to make 1 row. I'm not really sure why I made all that space. We're going to need it in the future, but it is going to be a little while before all this grows, except I should have a bunch of bones and bone meal that I can use. Let's start with... Does this affect more than 1 at a time, or... No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Whatever. I'm stupid. Don't listen to me. I almost forgot about the rotten Digimeat, too. I can't give that to him, but some Digimon actually do prefer the rotten Digimeat. Like the drill one, I forget what his name is, but he actually likes the rotten Digimeat. Good. And I don't really feel like I'm gonna use the bones for anything else. So I'll probably just go ahead and make all the bone meal. Oh, that's a lot. So we're gonna be able to start off quite a Digimeat farm then. That's good. That works for me. You know what I didn't bother checking? I didn't bother looking to see if this house used a single or a double door. I don't think Digimon's going to be able to fit through the door, so that's kind of a shame. But now we have a whole bunch of Digimeat to work with. Let's store this iron. I need to make a... So one of my first missions is going to be making a garbage can to make the next row. Good. Alright, why don't we go to sleep real quick before we do that? I don't really want to be farming when the monsters come out. Yeah, it's a single door. Digimon can't fit through there, but he can teleport to me, and I can call him to me if I have to, so we'll just bring him right here. Did that work? Digimon? Digimon? Hello? There he is, and now he's stuck on the chair. That works. That works for the moment. At least you're safe there. Alrighty. Good to go. Good to go for another round of planting and whatnot. I didn't mean to do that, but at least you're healed up now. Yeah, that was some frickery if ever I've seen it. Dude! Stop! He's gonna do it again. You gotta, like... You can wander. Go do your thing. I'll call you when I meet you. Goodness gracious. Not what I meant to do. That was really stupid. What a massive waste of Digimeat that just was. Unbelievable. Do I want to plant it all? Or do I want to hang on to it so I have at least some? Yeah, let's go ahead and find a spot to start his training. Actually, this is going to be a good spot. Right here. Perfect. Alright, where is... There you are. We need this, and we'll set up all the little stations in like a little circle. Perfect. First, let's just call him over. Where the hell is he? Bro? Digimon? Dude, where are you? Don't do this to me, dude. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. Dude, where are you? You're freaking me out. Ugh. Alright, this is not okay. This is not okay. This isn't okay. Alright, I can't... I have to go find him. So this is what I get for giving you permission to wander, I guess. Dude, where did you go? Oh, if you are dead, I'm gonna scream. Where are you? I'll go check inside. No, he couldn't be inside the house. He could not be inside the house. He might be inside the house. He might be on a chair. That's honestly fine. That's a good place for him. You better be inside the house, dude. Where are you, dude? Where are you? Okay, you know what? You know what else might be the case? Hold the phone. He might have pooped, so he might be invisible with the shaders on. Yeah, you don't know, because I picked up poop earlier. So he definitely pooped. So now where are you, you little shit? Digimon, where are you, dude? Oh my god. I did not lose my Digimon, dude. I didn't do it. It didn't happen. So I'm looking for, like, dropped items on the ground, thinking that he's probably freaking dead somewhere. Oh, Digimon, where are you? You're freaking me out. You are freaking me out. You are not dead, dude. There's no way you are dead. I'm so mad right now. Where are you? There you are! Unbelievable! Are you serious right now? Unbelievable. Unreal. Come here. Alright, so I can't let him wander too far, or he'll go outside the range of the Digivice to call him back. Well, at least I'm not having a heart attack anymore. That's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. Alright, you're absolutely gonna get on training now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh my god. Okay, let's start with your HP. Freaking me out. Alright, I can't figure out how to get over to your stat page, which is important. I don't want to overtrain you. How the hell do I get over that? I'm thinking it's like a hotkey. Which freaking key does it? No, don't fly. I'm pretty sure you can't do that. Can you fly? I'll check that later. I used to be good at this. I'm hoping everything for the most part is just gonna come right back to me. There we go. Your health doesn't cap at 25, does it? That doesn't sound right. Care mistakes 0 so far. Good, 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 good. Wait, his stats aren't all maxed out, are they? That doesn't make any sense. Your stats are maxed out if I'm not insane. That doesn't normally happen when they digivolve. I'm insane right now. Something's not right. Alright, hold on. Sit down. Follow me. Does that just mean that we can just go start training right now? Alright, I guess we're just gonna go train. Like, we'll go check out the levels of the Tsunamons that are in the forest over there. And if they're not too tough, I guess we'll just start leveling them up. That's weird, though. Like, for some reason, I'm just noticing now, too, that he's level 3 instead of level 1, even though we haven't trained at all. And if I'm not crazy, all of his stats are maxed out. That's definitely not how it used to work. I can tell you that. Ooh, oh boy. Come on. Wait here for a second. God damn it. You're the one that's going to cause a problem here. Ah! Are you with me? You should be. You're not that far away, dude. You should be with me. Are you serious? Oh, he poops. Yeah. Okay, so he's invisible. Hold on. There you are. Messy boy, messy boy. Very dirty. How did you get very dirty? Alright, let's go fight some Sunamon. Bum 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 bum. If you know, you know. So you are a level 2 with HP 9. Yeah, you can absolutely take him on. Why are your stats maxed out? Like, I'm not complaining, but how did that happen? Get him. Nice! One shot? No way. Nicely done. And I gotta keep an eye out for loot, too, because I actually do want to raise more Digimon. Get him, get him, get him! Mess him up, mess him up, mess him up. Soodly up, soodly up, soodly beedly ba. Of course, so far, none of them are dropping anything. That makes me feel so bad. Oh, yes! Pokémon Digimon, yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Alright, we're gonna wait to hatch him until next episode, but I'm glad I have that. Come here, you little shit. Stop moving! Bro! Okay, fight this guy real quick. It's happening, it's happening, it's happening! Yeah, baby! Dude, I cannot even tell you how disappointed I was going to be if you turned into Shoutmon. Like, okay, I love you no matter what. You're my Digimon, but dude, I want Gilmon so badly. I love Gilmon. You are the guy, the goat. Alright, so we had 2 goals for this episode. Find a place to live, get set up with a Digi farm, you know, a Digimeat farm. That's kind of lumped into the one goal there. And evolve Gigimon into Gilmon. So we are there. That might be enough for this episode. So what'll happen next episode is we will hatch this Digi-Egg into Punimon. We'll probably get started on his training pretty soon as well. So what we'll probably do when we start training next episode is we're going to just keep you as Gilmon. Like, we'll train you up, make sure that all your stats are maxed up, but we'll focus on getting Punimon into Tsunamon, then into Gabumon, and focus on making him into Garurumon. And then we'll have a champion level Digimon that we can ride around on to go searching for like a Savannah or Drylands or whatever, where we can find some dragon data to help him level up into Growlmon. I'm also hoping as we're fighting dragon-type Digimon, we'll get a Bodamon Digi-Egg, because I really want a Metal Greymon. I think for today, we have done enough. We'll start thinking about what I want to do to the inside of the house after I've cleaned up a little bit in here. There's a lot of armor stains that we don't really need. A bunch of coal, a bunch of ore lying all over the place. So once we free up some more space, it'll be easier to tell what we want to do with the place. I am super proud of you for Digivolving into Gilmon. And yeah, that is going to do it for us today, guys. So thank you very much for joining me, and I shall see you next time.